What is the biggest change, or what is the biggest thing that you're proud of that's happened over this 50 years?
Well, you know, it's interesting because I thought about this last night, a suggestion for our big celebration on September 26th, celebrating 50 years. And that is, I hope we can find an old aerial shot at the campus, say, as little as 15 years ago, and then an aerial shot of Florida Tech today. And if you were to overlay those two, I mean, the transformation that has happened physically in the campus, the Olin buildings, the new aquatic center that's going in, the new Harris building, the fact that we're going to have a very high quality marine biology laboratory, and the new dormitories, for that matter, you know, both Columbia Village and Harris Village. I mean, it's the transformation is just, the Clementi Center is incredible. I can't even imagine what it was like 15 years ago. So, and I think those are just examples of how the programs have changed, how they've grown, how the quality has improved, how the depth. I mean, we've hired 104 faculty since I've been here. That's in only 5 years, in 5 years of hiring faculty. So, I mean, you don't have to go back 50 years. Go back 15 years ago, and there's almost no comparison with the quality of this institution now and then. And in many ways, it perhaps shouldn't be just said the quality. The quality was excellent then, it's excellent now, but now it's excellent on a factor of 10 scale. So it's an enormously changed campus, at least here in Melbourne, Florida. So, you know, I think all you would have to do is look at those two pictures and you'd see what progress has been made.
As Chief Operating Officer, you are also in charge of the student life.
Correct.
And which is a very important aspect of every student at Florida Tech. So what do you see as in the future as a big change or big goals for student life?
Well, I think, you know, some of the goals that we've been pursuing the last 2 or 3 years is making the quality of student life, the availability of events that the students are interested in, the improvement of food service, the improvement of housing, and the housing improvements are just, you know, orders of magnitude better now than they were 7 or 8 years ago. I mean, it's the fact that that's now one of the very top goals of the university is to improve the quality of a student's life while they're getting a quality education, while they're becoming some of the best engineers and scientists and psychologists and aeronauticists and business people in the world. You know, one of our biggest goals is that not that just you get a good education, which I think everyone here gets a good education, but that you walk out of Florida Tech as a citizen of the world. I think one of the best things about Florida Tech is the fact that 25% of the students on this campus are international students. And so you have an opportunity to interact with dozens, in fact over 100 different countries represented right here on this campus. So the ability to see the cultures from around the world and chat with people from around the world and develop friendships with people from around the world, you don't even have to leave Melbourne, Florida to do that. So I think that the fact that Dr. Catanese and others have made student life and the student environment a focus of what we're trying to accomplish, and you see that certainly in the new residence halls. I think that's you know, that's the biggest impact on students. Just the fact that the administration and the people that are making the decision about where to put resources care. They really do.
We've been talking about a lot of serious stuff right now, and I just wanted to step down on the serious a little bit. And one of the questions I have is, we've been celebrating 50th anniversary, seems like, for 50 years now. We've been celebrating since 49, now 50th year, and then 51st year, and we're still celebrating. So in all the celebration, what is your favorite celebration event?
Well,
or most memorable?
You know, that's the toughest question you've asked me. And the reason is, you know, it's really hard to pick out one thing. I think it's going to culminate in this celebration on the 26th of September. But you know, we had a black tie event, we had special video made, we had the coffee table book prepared, we've had dozens of events, you know, and it's just sort of all blends together. but it's the fact that, you know, Florida Tech, despite the fact that there's almost 4,000 people or students on this campus, behave like a family. You know, it's, and I think the family sort of been like a big family reunion, you know?
I completely agree. I always feel like it's a family here at Florida Tech, and wherever I speak to any students, I say this is the Florida Tech family rather than anything else. So I resonate when you said that.
But and you know, if I were going to pick out any event, it would be one of the commencements.
Right.
Because the only time I cry is during, you know, commencement when they play Pomp and Circumstance and we walk in and everyone's wearing the regalia and the students are, you know, so pleased with themselves and with the surroundings, and the parents and the families are out there, and of course it doesn't matter if it's the 50th celebration or the first, but those celebrations, those two that we have every year, those are the biggest moments in the life of the campus each and every year, and every single student. And every now and then, one of them that I've had personal relationship with in terms of either advising or working with or whatever, and they walk across the stage, and it's just like being a, you know, a father all over again. And those are the celebrations that stick out in my mind.
You're going to be very happy when I leave, right? When I walk in 2 weeks.
I don't think I'll be any happier any time. So, you know, everyone here is proud of what you've done as a student body president. So, you know, yeah, we're going to be happy you leave, and we're going to be proud for you, but, you know, we'll miss you too.
Oh, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that thought. Well, before we go into the rapid fire round, and I'll talk about it, some students or some organizations that impressed you, and also as the graduating students, what do you see in their future? Just like two questions combined.
Well, for the graduating students, I think the most remarkable statistic, you know, people are always quoting statistics about their school and whatever, but the fact that in the high 90% of our students are working in their field or in graduate school within 6 months of when they graduate. You know, that percentage is just, it's just phenomenal. And so it's one thing to get a job, you know, there's lots of jobs in the world, not as many right now as there have been, but to get a job in your field, you know, you trained as an electrical computer engineer. You're going to go to work as an you know, the odds are you're going to go to work as an electrical computer engineer. You train as a physicist, you train as a psychologist, but you trained, you were educated, and now you're going to have an opportunity, you know, to be what you wanted to be 4 or 5 years previous. That's, I don't know how you could not be proud of that. So that's what I see for our students. You chose a career. You may find out you don't like it as much as you thought you did, but at least you'll have an opportunity to try. You won't ever be able to say, gee, I wish I'd gone ahead and tried to be this or that or yon.